Welcome to the Swala Nyeti Podcast. Finally, episode 1. Finally. After a long time, here we are. Finally, we are on episode 1 after a few hitches hapa na kule. And I'm happy to have some very pleasant members of this digital publishing culture. But before I introduce them, I think we introduce a bit what Swala Nyeti Podcast will be about. It's just an extension of Swala Nyeti, the website. So we'll be covering a variety of topics from finance to tech to sustainability to women and youth empowerment and everything in between. And I hope we'll be able to give you some insights into some of the most interesting things. We are going to have interesting conversations. And today, because it's the first one, I just wanted to introduce the podcast and also bring along some of the people we walk this journey with and who have supported me in my transition from the mainstream to this other side of things. We call ourselves digital publishers. Juu watu wengine waliharibu the name bloggers. My name is Marco Tani, a journalist who has been in this field, I think, for more than 17 years now. But in the digital publishing side, I started in 2021, so this is like my 5th year. And so far, so good. But let me introduce those who will help me in this podcast, episode 1. And I have Naomi, who will introduce herself and her platform and why she's here.
Okay, I'm Naomi Wanjiru, a digital publisher, FemmeHub.com. I've been at it for 10 years now. So I would say in this panel, I am the oldest publisher.
Publishing cartel. Why
digital?
Why Femme Hub? Why digital publishing?
Because at some point I needed to branch out of formal employment. Not to branch out, to like completely drop it. And at that point is when digital was just beginning to bud kidogo. So there wasn't money yet, but you could see a lot of potential. That's 10 years ago. And yeah, that's the point at which I think that was a good time to enter. It was a bit risky. There was still not a very established culture of digital publishing. But here we are now. And we are many, but then we were very few. Now we are many, it's become a business, kabisa, and that's what I do for a living.
Nice. Nic.
Shabamba. My name is Nic Mburu from Nairobi Lifestyle. I'm also a digital publisher. So what's the question?
Tell us more about your platform.
And
why Nairobi Lifestyle? Why not any other
swinging
thing?
Yeah. Oh, stop singing. Nairobi Lifestyle. Well, unlike you guys who've been in the industry for way too long, I'd say.
Are you pushing us into retirement?
I've been around about 2 years now. And Nairobi Lifestyle is the one place that you're guaranteed to get news and updates and, information about technology, lifestyle, the culture of Nairobi, and the people who live in Nairobi. And basically, it's the one place where you're not going to get bored. So goodbye to mainstream media. Welcome to digital.
So does it mean unapenda raha lifestyle?
Oh yes, of course. As long as unaishi Nairobi, one way or another, you're going to get yourself either doing some nyama choma or getting a beer somewhere nice, or concerts. You'll get some live bands. You'll get some fashion events. You're definitely not going to get bored unless unajitakia. Yeah, in Nairobi it's fun. In Nairobi it's sweet. It's smooth. Yeah.
So you're not working, you're having fun.
Let's say having fun should also pay. And it does for Nairobi Lifestyle. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Huh?
But you've grown very fast by the as much as you've not been in the industry long. You've grown very fast.
Ni inaitwa nini?
Tasema ni God.
God.
God. Number 2 ni GMO. Number three is just having well-informed and willing, what do you call them? And willing mentors. Yeah.
Okay.
And the right
Who are very
mindset.
intentional.
And the right mindset.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a combination of each one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome kwa hii dunia. Si tumeichapa. I think niko almost retirement.
Okay. So Swala Nyeti. Why digital? Why podcasting? And why not mainstream, where you are for the longest part of your career?
I think like in any other career, one of the things you realize as you work for one company over time is it becomes repetitive, it becomes a routine, and mentally or career-wise you feel like you are not growing. So I think my experience with the mainstream has been when it reaches around 3 years and I feel things become routine, I start thinking, what else can I do, either within or outside? If I try pushing from within and it doesn't happen, then I look for another challenge, something that will challenge me mentally, means I grow. And also, I also check the trends of the industry out there going. Like, for example, I started my career at some small station called Radio Moja. Funny enough, it was owned by Baba. But it collapsed at some point. But that's where I started. In college, my passion was video production. But the first job I got after I cleared school was in radio. So then I got stuck in radio, I think, for more than 10 years. So I started at Radio Moja after like 3 years. That was between 2007 and 2009. Then Moaf called me to get ready to start a newsroom. So 2009 to around 2012, I was at Get Radio setting up a newsroom. Then now when it was set up and he wanted to start something, Sheng, nikaona it doesn't talk well with me. So I left him to start the Sheng thing. Then I moved to Citizen, that is Royal Media Services, where I was in charge of a news desk that has 13 FM stations between 2012 and 2017. So then you see, in all those things, whenever something tries to change to a direction I feel doesn't talk well, I move to the next one. So from between 2012 and 2017 at Citizen, I taught myself digital. My main job was radio news editing. That is preparing scripts, making sure all the news items are in order, collaborating with the reporters about news. And so then the extra thing was, now let me teach myself social media and digital. That one I used to do. It's not in my, it was not my role, but I used to do it so that I learned, because I saw that's where now things are going. So I taught myself social media. I used to even go and do interviews and publish on the website. Then now up to by the end of 2017, I felt like my main job was not giving me the satisfaction I needed. So I had to leave radio and now go fully digital. That's why I moved to now Nation Media Group, where I also worked for like 3 years. Then I quit to start now Swala Nyeti. The quitting was occasioned by things I was trying to do for digital there, but they were not moving fast enough. You see, it's a listed company. There are chains of decision making. So before any decision is made, it takes a long time. Then I just ask myself, if these things I'm trying to do, I can't do them inside here, why can't I just start a platform and now do them myself for my platform? And then pia kuna mtu aliwahi niambie, whatever you're being paid by any company, they're making 10 times more from you. So that kept disturbing me. Yani, hii pesa wananilipa, they're making 10. Let me go and try let me go and try and look for this 10 times more for myself. Yeah, that's how I ended up starting Swala Nyeti.
Okay, I can relate heavily to the stagnation.
Yeah.
Because I also left. I after 10 years, I was in the tea industry in Mombasa. After 10 years, I felt.
You just feel there's something missing.
Yeah, it's one commodity.
Yes.
Like whatever you do this week, and it's very auction based, and the auctions are weekly. So it's week after week after week after week. same schedule. Like you could do it with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except me, I left for a vague new industry. But
Because
enough.
personally, I love challenges. If the job becomes monotonous and repetitive, where you feel there's nothing challenging you, you feel like you're now just earning, you're going to work just to get a salary, and that doesn't inspire me.
And your brain cells are
And
dying.
because now mentally you also don't grow, and then you find yourself in a place sometimes when the industry has changed, but you find yourself still with the same skills that you had from when you joined that same employment. So sometimes you move to also challenge yourself and also to get what the market is doing. Yeah.
Questions.
Oh yeah, I do have a question for you, Mr.
Square
Makatani.
ngumu.
Actually, it's very easy. Everybody has always had the word Swala Nyeti. Please.
What on earth?
Why on
Si
earth
swala
did
ni
you
nyeti.
choose Swala iwe nyeti? Why? Why?
Swala Nyeti has an interesting history.
Yeah.
I joined Twitter, now it's called X. I joined Twitter in the year 2009, registered in the year 2009. But I didn't use it until around 2011 when someone challenged me, the things you're posting on Facebook belong to Twitter. That you can really thrive on Twitter if you do the same things on X. But akaniambia you have to be posting a lot. So the first time I joined, I tried thinking, what can I tweet consistently about that will make people follow me faster? You see, when you join first, you want to get followers, araka, so you get many retweets, many reactions. So I sat and thought for quite a while, then I came up with the hashtag Swala Nyeti. So I would ask pertinent questions around social things, just about the country and stuff. And then now it would go, most of it will go viral because all of it had that hashtag. So also as others who also wanted to ask questions used to also use the same hashtag. So over time, people started relating that hashtag to Makotani. So then they started calling me Mr. Swala Nyeti. So over time, I started thinking, what else can I do with this hashtag? I've seen even some TV stations use it. But every time I used to ask anything, even if I forget to use that hashtag, they used to be, Mr. Swala Nyeti, why are you not using it? So then I say, let me translate it into, now because I thought about opening a website for quite a while. In fact, nilioshwa mara mbili. The 2 times I tried starting a website, once in 2014 and also in 2016.
By
Web developers, different developers.
Nairobi.
One disappeared with the entire site, the other disappeared with the domain, and gave me something that you try clicking, it doesn't open. So I gave up until now, 2021, when now I officially started this one, and everything went smoothly. So I think that was God's way of telling me timing.
Bado.
Because I was still also employed, it's going to be a timing, bro, timing. So that's how I ended up now using Swala Nyeti as the name of the website, because already there's the familiarity with it, number one, but number two, it also creates some curiosity whenever you say Swala Nyeti. At which media Swala Nyeti? What does that mean? Then now it starts a conversation. Then now it's easier to now say everything else that it does.
And it's very catchy.
Yeah. So people think, originally when they hear, they think it's a Swahili website.
Oh.
Swala Nyeti is just pertinent matters. Pertinent matters can be in any.
Sasa mi
Any
kitambo,
field,
I thought it was politics. Because when mainstream picked up that term, they mostly used it for politics. And then I didn't know you.
Yes.
So I knew mainstream,
The Swala Nyeti.
and then, of course, at that time, politics was really hot. Yeah. Okay.
But even the original tweets surrounded social and political stuff at first, before I now decided to specialize on this other side.
Okay.
So today's episode is a soft launch. We talk a bit, every one of us, it's not only those who are in business who relate with money. Every one of us has a personal experience of how you started relating with money, whether you were taught about money growing up, because I feel like most houses or most homes, parents rarely talk to their kids about money. You learn about money when you start earning. Start earning, ndio sasa unasema, hey, nipange pesa aje ndi last at the end of the month. what we want to talk about a bit is how we relate with money, our interaction with money, right from tukiwa watoto. I don't know, I'll tell you mine, but tell us your experience with money. Were you taught about money when you were younger?
I don't know whether that is teaching, but I was taught. I had a piggy bank like every other kid. My brothers made mkebe wakatoboa. So I knew how to
coins.
Yes, I knew how to.
She just said like any other kid. I'll say to that.
When you say like any other kid, excluding at least mimi najua tulikuwa na piggy bank.
There was you had a piggy bank.
One made from wood. Wooden.
Okay. No, mine was mkebe.
I had wooden ones.
A small.
So after it's full,
unafungua, then you buy what you want. So at least I knew the concept of saving for something since then.
Taught by parents, taught by brothers.
I don't know. It just
happened.
I honestly don't know.
Me, I think I picked from my dad because I used to see him do it. He didn't directly tell us save, but he used to put coins. You see, then coins were more valuable, had more value than now. Like 1 bob, 5 bob you put in, it made some sense. Sai hata ukijaza
coins now,
no difference.
Hata ukijaza it will be 1k.
Yeah. Hata itafika 1k coins
kubwa.
Yeah, lazima ni kubwa sana.
Ama maybe kwa 40 bobs.
Coins kubwa.
Okay. So I did that, and then also I went to boarding school very early in age. I was
primary.
Yes. Kadogo. So at that time you also manage your small pocket money.
Yeah.
You know how much to spend on Fridays. Fridays they used to bring, I think, bread and cakes. You know what to buy, you know what not to buy. So at that time I knew how to stretch money. Yeah. So those two experiences have really informed how I relate with money now.
So it's self-taught.
Life-taught.
Like
let's say life.
It's life, yeah, life-taught.
Life, but I also would say contributors were my parents, because even that money naika kwa piggy bank kwani inatoka wapi nikiwa like kadogo. Yeah. So
it was indirect lessons.
I would say so. Because eventually all that money came from my parents. Yeah.
Okay. Nic akona story
yeah, mine is quite different. And I hope my dad doesn't have to watch this episode. I think my first interaction with money ilikuwa ya kuhongwa. You know when you're a kid and then unapatiwa bob, ndio utulie. So you're not getting paid. So in other words, unahongwa and then you maintain.
Who is the bribe giver in this case?
It was quite interesting. And then when you grow up a little bit more, I got to, I don't even remember, kitambo kulikuwa na kamera zenye zilikuwa natumia film.
Yes.
And then there was that, exactly. And then ile kale kamkebe kwa na hiyo film, au kamkebe. Yeah, my dad used to have those. So he used to give me like a bobs.
Oh, like a black
thing.
Like a black one.
Yes.
Yes. So once I fill it up, we put it together, ikija, nitampelekea, and then he's going to, hey, that's why I said he shouldn't watch this. He used to lie to me that money is going to buy me my shoe for Christmas. So nitakajaza, nikifikiria maybe hiyo pesa imetosha kubai kiatu. So slowly I gradually started saving pole. But, well, of course, life teaches you that ulikuwa unadanganywa.
You learn later.
Yeah, the amount you save is not, necessarily.
That's like that kamkebe is like 10 bob.
Yeah.
Put mashilingi.
Because it was very small.
And it was tiny. It was like
tiny. It was very tiny.
Yeah, but me msiniambia it used to buy my shoes.
Why you say the 1 bob sama 50 cents?
1 bob.
Bobs. And I preferred the silver ones.
Which shoes did you want to buy?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. He used to lie to me. But he kind of motivated me to just
plus that's how you teach kids anyway.
Yeah, so I have to compare, do I need a shoe more than I need a sweet or trips or
samosa za waru? Who was talking about
mimi ndio samosa.
Watu wa ghetto.
No, Umoja was not a ghetto.
Yeah, back in the days.
Stai kuongea mbaya about Umoja now. But Umoja then was a bit more organized. Kukuwa na extensions and all these others. So ukipewa 5 bob, it used to be enough to buy chips. On Fridays it was chips and soda. I think chipo was 250. 2 shillings and 50 cents, and then 1990 samosa I think ulikuwa na 1 bob ya waru na ya nyama 2 bob.
You just said 1990.
90. Someone
you
someone
are
on
buying
the,
yourself
someone in
stuff
the
in 1990.
you had to earn that money.
Eh.
I think it's not their fault that they did not teach us about money, because they were not taught. You only transfer what
You know.
either what you know. Because my late dad will not watch this podcast, so I can say I learned from how he was unable to handle money. That's how I learned my lessons in money. Because you see where I come from, lifestyle.
Yes.
Lifestyle means when you get money, you want the good things. So you'll buy the best radio, the biggest TV, so that we are living a very good life. But then there's no lesson about handling money between one end month and the next. So hapa katikati, at the end of when the month ends, wanaitanga end month, we used to enjoy a lot. Nyama, nini, trips, go to all those places. But ikifika mahali hapa around 15th, then you survive until end month. So I used to wonder, kwani how, because you also don't know how much they earn. Yeah. So you don't know, kwani how, do they pay him less? That's why we cannot. That's why I think. Then over time I started learning, there's something someone does so that theirs lasts up to the end. Because now I started making money much earlier. Like in high school, most of the transport ya kwenda shule I used to make for myself. I used to sell mandazis. In fact, sometimes hiyo yake ikiisha hapo katikati, hii yangu ndio sasa, because at some point we used to stay, nikiwa form 4 I think we used to stay mimi na yeye. So yake ikiisha means sasa yangu pia tunajipanga sisi wawili, because now I used to sell this nice mandazis my aunt used to make. Then a packet has 20. So those nikibuy 20 bob, mimi naenda nauza 40. So nilikuwa a chief supplier kwa hiyo class, hadi ilifika mahali even the teachers used to now order. So there are days I have huge orders, so I used to have a lot of money in form 3, form 4. So that's what I learned now, how to also keep some of it and be able to do things that I want to do. I'm targeting something, I have to save towards that direction. That's a bit of the lessons I learned earlier about money. So after testing this mandazi money, when I cleared high school, that period where between high school and university, where in fact kitambo it used to be almost 2 years.
Yes.
Hapo in between, I started a business of pendants. These pendants that have names and stuff made from plywood.
Or rice, or sio ile mchele.
No, plywood. Then now the other thing I didn't tell is I'm an artist. I draw.
Really?
Yes, I used to draw pencil portraits and also calligraphy. So I used to someone used to give me a name, then I write it in a creative way. Then now it's
the letters?
It's cut on a plywood. Then now you hang it as a pendant. Yes. So because I was used to money in high school, I used now to stay now and just chill at I'm waiting for university. I used to now make pendants after that, so that the money keeps flowing. Once you taste money, there's something about once you taste money, you can't chill and wait for and depend on someone else. Yeah. So that's what I did before your period in between your pendants until I was conned mahali Nairobi.
Tengeneza vitu wa kulipa.
Someone made me go and look for ebony. It's called ebony, that dark wood.
Yes.
And it's mahogany, yes. It's very hard to find. And it's very expensive. Then he came with the order, told me there's someone from Chad who wants an order of key holders, only made from mahogany. I went around this Nairobi looking for mahogany. The only place it's found is somewhere in Gikomba. Na unajua inakuwa ndani ya that dark bit is katikati ya wood. So you have to buy the entire way, then the first chonga and remove the back, then now you remain with the dark one. Then it's also very hard to cut. There's the blade used to cut wood. It's very hard. It's very hard to cut. I spent a lot of money to buy and then to pay guys to cut it so that I do that order within the required period. They did not even
order.
Because I didn't know anything about business, the other side of business. I didn't ask for a deposit. So I made it using my own money, knowing that once I'm done with the order, I deliver, I get paid. That's what they told me. 2 guys, they were brokers. I delivered, they disappeared with everything.
You donated.
I donated to the Chad guys.
You donated to Chad.
That's where I started asking myself questions about this path that I've chosen. It was a huge loss because that wood is very expensive.
Yeah, mahogany is expensive.
It's very expensive.
Okay.
That's how I learned that also there are checks and balances you're supposed to take when you're in business.
You know, it's interesting that nobody actually, even if you were born and raised in Nairobi, nobody gets to be experienced enough to get conned.
Yes, you must be conned in this town. It's a initiation. It's initiation.
Like everybody has one point in life. As long as you're living in Nairobi, where they're going to come for you.
But it makes you wiser.
Yeah.
You also know now what to look out for, how to.
Okay. Me, I started making money way after high school, after college. The kawaida, you went to school, you went to college, you got employed that time.
Special breed.
No, see, that's what happened.
Some special breed, you have no suffering.
You hear that?
Funny what?
That's what happens.
No suffering.
After high school, I didn't do the year, the one that used to
The one
go somewhere.
It used to be 1.5 years to 2 years ish.
No, I didn't do that year.
You quickly went into university.
Yes.
Wow.
So I think that would have been the time I'm experimenting.
Who are your parents again?
You said your that name is?
I'm old money and you're not telling us.
No, that's how. No, guys, people finished high school, went to college or uni.
It was not straight. It was after, before you were called, I think it was like 1 year, 1.5 years.
I never understood why that was happening.
It used
think
to,
at most I
it
did
never used
3
to make
months.
sense.
I think 3 months. I did 3 months.
Okay.
So that's when I would have experimented with business.
Yes.
But when you start a business also, because there's no formal way you are taught about money, how do you handle the initial days as a business? The initial
Like
months,
my first business
when
now
you-
was...
when you get those huge amounts at the first time you get it.
Yeah.
Because our mentality, I don't know, as Kenyans, some Africans, is when you get that first money, you want to spend it. Because unarudishia mwili pole.
Mine is reverse.
Who do
I want to stretch. No, I want to stretch
Nick,
that money.
in whose hands are we safe?
No, I mean, look at it this way. What makes more sense?
Yeah.
To splurge and be out in a month or 2 or to stretch. So I think my stretching of money from back then made me to stretch money even now. Like when I moved to Nairobi, see, I was coming into a vague industry. So I couldn't come as if Niko Nairobi, it's a new city, I'm moneyed. No. I had to.
Because now you're also in a new,
Very
in a new town.
I didn't know, I only knew Tirum hapo because huko ndio matatu za kwetu ziko. So I didn't come with that mentality of here is money now, digital is finally paying, and I'll just splash. No, I was still very cautious. I was comfortable but cautious.
Because ulijua unaweza rudi nyumbani.
Naweza pata marado tiru.
Yeah, because my digital didn't take, to be fair and thankfully, it didn't take too long to pay.
Okay.
Yeah, when I got into it, I came into an environment of people who are already in it and the leading lights actually.
Okay.
So I got into very good mentorship. Very.
Wewe na pesa.
Ulianza pesa lini wewe?
Well, having been raised in Nairobi, it's quite interesting. The first time I get to work for money, it's when I was pretty much young. Unlike you, Kiuzandonya, or what you guys calling Mandazi?
He's saying young as if he's not young. But go on.
What were you guys calling Mandazi back in the day?
In high school, it was Ndunya.
Yeah.
But the ones I used to sell in Form 4, nazita shortcake for some reason, because they're not the usual mandazi. There's a way they were made round, but
Tiny
very
ones.
nice. It has kinailiki and all these other things.
Oh.
So the first time I got my hands on cash was back in high school. So back in high school, I wasn't, my parents were not financially comfortable to ask for a shopping list. They would give me money and then I'm supposed to just budget it. And like some other people in this podcast,
we shall not
walikuwa
mention
wanapeana
names.
lists. We are not mentioning names, neither looking at those sides. There was no money to stretch. It was
You're given
hii ndio iko.
ujipange.
Sasa wewe ndio
But
ujipange.
that's what you stretch.
But you see, for you to stretch, it must be stretchable. Like, let me give you an example. Because when I was in a boarding school called Agorosare somewhere in Ugis. I used to be given, I think, 1,000 shillings. That 1,000 shillings, you're supposed to do shopping and also remain with some pocket money. So the more you buy as shopping, the less pocket money you have. So you see, and I used to try and remain with 500. So you buy only the essentials like toothpaste, shoe polish, sabuni. Now you can't buy the fancy sabuni. Una buy toyo because you can so that you stretch it for the
Yeah, exactly.
So you only buy the essentials. They never even used to fit one of those small paper bags. So that you remain with 500. But 500 cannot last you long. Mostly you can stretch. Stretch 1 week. One week it's done.
What were you buying in school?
Do you know 500 shillings? School. 500 shillings.
No, you're fed.
Because the boarding school I was in, in the morning, you're only given, if it's uji, it's uji. No escort. Kama ni chai, no escort.
Umesema shule yenyewe ilikuwa inaitwa nini?
Nini kama ni Agoro Sare. Huko ilikuwa ni kama tulikuwa unaita Alcatraz because it's like then there's no entertainment.
Come on.
So ujue, and the little shopping you bought, someone might disappear with it. They can decide, because you see those unajua hizo sanduku, someone will just come and jump hivi na achana hivi.
Inatengeneza butterfly.
Then they access it.
They have wings.
So yeah. 500 1 week. Enough. So siku za nini inaitwaje? Siku za githeri you buy avocado. So every morning you buy mandazi, not chap, either chap nini bread. The way it's cut 4 times. One full bread is cut 4 times. So you buy that quarter.
Okay.
Or mandazi, ndunya now, then ndunya. Or you
because for as we were fed, like it's going to be the githeris and stuff, but avocados are from the school. Mayai ni za shule. Sini shamba. Nilisomea Ocha.
Mayai.
There was a farm. See, schools have farms.
Were we in the same country?
No, shule hazina shamba.
Yeah.
It was a shamba. Nilisomea Kirinyaga.
I was in
a very fertile area.
Why are you trying to remind me that I suffered?
No, for us, if you do your shopping at the beginning of the term, you could actually survive without pocket money, because pocket money now was for sijui nini meisha vitu ndogo ndogo. They used to bring loaf on Fridays. You didn't access loaf until Friday.
Used to give you bread in school.
No, zinakuja kwa canteen.
Ya kununua.
You buy loaf on Friday. You only needed money on Friday, in short. Entertainment was for the school.
Whereas you needed money every day.
Oh, no. Okay,
and even buying that mandazi is a fight at the tuck shop. We used to call it tuck shop. It's a fight. And the time ikikukat short means you're not going to have breakfast. You go back to class. No. And uji is white. Maize flour.
Okay, it's quite interesting how it sounds like.
So when you stretch that 500 1 week, imeisha. So the rest of the term, you keep sending. Ilikuwa a telegram, how do they used to call it?
That paper.
Please send money over. Full stop. Because the more letters, the more you're paying poster. So you just say, please send money over. Please send fare. Closing school. Full stop. Then you said.
Nika na shanga unasema nini?
Ni kama
because it's that.
It's like you actually suffered.
Right?
It was called Alcatraz for a reason. If you get a chance to go outside the school, you used to actually enjoy just walking around, to enjoy, so that by the time you come back, you have done a few things. You have seen things.
Okay.
Because actually, we were being drilled to pass exams. That's what that boarding school did. It was drilling to pass exams. Nothing else mattered.
Okay.
if poverty and hardship was a motivation, I think they did the perfect one on
It's an
you.
inspiration because you always
Yeah, you
saying,
want out.
if I can't get, then I need to do something to get money for myself.
Yeah.
If I have to depend on someone and this is how it feels like, then now it inspires you. Some people it damages, some people it inspires. For me, it inspired me to now want to work hard so that also when I have kids, if I ever take them to boarding school, I don't like boarding school, but if I ever take them to boarding schools, I know what they should not go through.
Okay.
And also how to handle money so that they go to better schools than the ones that I went to here.
Okay. And the suffering. No suffering.
No suffering.
Okay.
Hey, time flies.
Imagine 42. You need to meongea 42 minutes.
But it was interesting. That's why it's moving very fast.
Winging it ni poa.
Yeah, winging it is always best. I think to close, probably you guys tell our audience a bit more about your platforms and what else you do apart from publishing and where you see your platform going.
Okay, mine, as I said, is femmehub.com. I do nothing else other than publishing. Do you mean like social media influencer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or even the other platforms. What else do you do?
Oh, okay. Then there is the publication, and then there is a podcast, Femme Hub also, and on X, Shiko MSA, and on LinkedIn, Naomi Femme Hub. Yeah. So with all those platforms put together, I think I will move forward pretty well, especially with the inclusion of video now, including video.
Lifestyle, Mr.
Nairobi Lifestyle. So Nairobi Lifestyle is growing pretty much well. And it continues to be the fun blog. It continues to be the site that is not going to get you bored. It's going to educate you, inform you. And our socials, Nairobi Lifestyle on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Yeah, we'll continue to put things in a very easy way that's going to make you properly informed.
And have fun while at it.
Of course.
And that,
as it should be.
And
As
watch
long as-
and watch concerts on Nairobi Lifestyle TikTok live.
We go live. Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
We go live. As long as there is anyone who's performing in Nairobi, si ndio hao sisi hapo ndani. Yeah.
I think for me, I think, and the reason why I also brought you is because digital is no longer the future. The digital is now.
Yeah.
And digital publishers, I think, are it at this moment. So in my head, I'm only thinking of how else do we collaborate to go higher now in the age of AI, in the age of videos, content, short content and stuff. What else do we do? In my head is only collaboration. So how we collaborate is what will make the difference. And sadly, we have to conclude there because you guys were the best of guests. Sijui niwarudishe tena next time.
Oh, yeah, of
You
course.
set a standard.
You've set standards. I don't even know what I'll have on episode 2. You might as well come back and just talk to yourself.
Tutakuja tubonge. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Look out for episode 2. Now that they have set the tone, we'll have to maintain that tone. And I hope you guys learned something from this. And as always, on the Swala Nyeti Podcast, we say, let's talk about it. See you next time.